Super Smash Bros. Melee is a game that everyone has played, and I mean everyone, from kids to adults to infants to even cats and dogs. But aside from that, in Super Smash Bros. Melee, there's a stage called Dreamland 64 where there are characters like Wispy, Bronto Burr, and even King DeDeDe. But the biggest character in this entire video that we're going to be talking about is King DeDeDe. Because with King DeDeDe, there's a theory, there's a myth, there's a legend surrounding the Double DeDeDe conspiracy theory. And if you didn't know, in Dreamland, there's only supposed to be one King DeDeDe. But the real question is, why is there an extra King DeDeDe here? Is there a purpose? Is there a reason? Why is he here? Today, we'll be taking a look at the Double DeDeDe conspiracy theory. So before I move on with the video, I want you to subscribe because I have a lot of ideas I want to put out, and I promise you, it's gonna be great content. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at the Double DeDeDe conspiracy theory. Here is a picture from a player who was casually playing Melee when all of a sudden, two King DeDeDes appeared, and in fact, this didn't just happen to one person, but to multiple people as well. The weirdest thing about this phenomenon is that we can't seem to find where exactly the first mention of the Double DeDeDe was ever told, so in order to find the answer, I went to the Smash Bros. Melee subreddit and asked, does anyone have a source where I could find the oldest post mentioning the Double DeDeDe on Dreamland? Once I asked that question, a couple days later I go back on Reddit and I discover that the post has been removed for violating rule number 6. Like, what? Now at this moment my mind starts racing, my mind starts going crazy, my heart starts pumping. Why am I being censored all of a sudden? Why? Am I already asking for too much? Am I asking too many questions from the get-go? Why? What's the reason? Did Nintendo pay off Reddit Smash Bros. Or Reddit Melee in order for them to keep quiet? Did they do something sketchy? Or was it because of this or that? Or is there something more sinister behind the scenes that we don't know about? It's either other mods are weird. That's where I decided to go on GameFAQs, and I discovered that one of the oldest threads about the Double DeDeDe on Dreamland was dated all the way back in 2008, where the title was, "Somehow, two DeDeDes appeared in the back of Dreamland during a match I played," by the original poster, IPJ86, where it says, "I was playing against my friends on Dreamland, and then my friends pointed out that there were two DeDeDes on opposite sides of the stage. Then we waited and got a shot of both of them, and I pressed pause and I got both of them on one screen. Then we got out our razors and took pictures of it. Isn't that crazy?" To which then there's a link of one of the oldest posts mentioning the Double DeDeDe on Dreamland. And here it is. IPJ also made a response to one comment where he says, "I swear to God and on my grandmother's grave that I did not Photoshop in that second DeDeDe." It's crazy to think that this game was released in 2001 and this DeDeDe discovery was made all the way down to 2008. Since the game was released in 2001, years before Brawl came out, was it a hint from Masahiro Sakurai that King DeDeDe was on the way to the next Smash game? And now we travel down to November 26, 2013, where one specific episode of the Smash Bros. Documentary, Episode 5, Revolution, which one of PC Chris's friends tells him about the Double DeDeDe conspiracy theory, in which that there are two DeDeDes on Dreamland.
My friend has this theory that on Dreamland in Melee, there's a, King DeDeDe, he's floating in the background. He swore he's seen two at once, at the same time, like one in one corner and one in another. And ever since he's told me, like, whenever I play Tom and Friendlies, like, I'll be on the prowl for that double theory.
And right when this happened, the theory exploded everywhere. We have one post here shortly after the documentary was released that says, "Double DeDeDe theory confirmed. Someone call PC Chris." We have this image of Yoshi with two DeDeDes. After the episode was posted, we started getting posts more, and more. And we even have a tournament streamed live in front of thousands of viewers where we see Double DeDeDe during a tournament set. But the crazy thing is, why does King DeDeDe appear at the most random moments in Smash Bros. History, from tournaments to casual play, and all the above. Why? Now, one very fascinating theory that I saw, which was made in 2022, was a thread made by a user that's been deleted who said, "Does anyone know anything about the Eye of Providence seen over the top platform of Dreamland?" To which he does have a great point, because there is the all-seeing eye, the Eye of Providence in Dreamland, and it's right there looking at us straight in the eye while we play one of our favorite games of all time. One user by the name of Majin Buu says it's part of why Smash Bros is so addicting. I've actually thought about this many times. We think Smash is a free and expressive game, that we uncage our minds. However, the Eye of Providence theory has led me to believe that Melee is so good because it wants us addicted. If we are playing Melee and consumed by it, then we won't have our thoughts in other places. Perhaps Melee is our mental jail. Another user by the name of Lonely69 says, it's a little known fact that the majority of Nintendo developers are Freemasons who drink to retain their youth. Why else does Sakurai look like he's reverse aging? Why else would they lie about the death of Iwata? Why did my wife leave me for her boyfriend? It's a cold world out there, so bundle up, OP. And don't even get me started with all the brainwashing that DDD has done to innocent lives. People all around the world clap to Dreamland's music. It's as if King DDD knows what you want to do. It's as if the all-seeing eye is commanding you to start clapping. It's a cold world out there. Now, when it comes to this Double DeDeDe theory, I'm telling you, I have never experienced this in my entire life. Out of like 8 years of playing competitive Smash Bros, and even just, playing casually, I have never ever encountered the Double DeDeDe phenomenon. Why does this happen? Is this a glitch? Is this like a mod? Is this a hack? What is this? There's ambulance. I mean, for crying out loud, we literally saw a tournament set with Bizarro Flame, and there was a Double DeDeDe, but the question was that a modded Wii? Was that a modded GameCube? What was that? We will never know. The only thing that we know now is that Super Smash Bros. Melee does exist. It contains Kirby. It contains King DeDeDe, but we don't know what that second DeDeDe really means. There has to be a message so out of this world that only the developers know, and that Sakurai knows himself too. Thank you for watching.